It's Budget Deck Sunday. What's up, my poker people? Welcome to Geekout Industries. I'm Mike, and today I am doing a budget deck like I do every Sunday. This is what I term my budget deck, buzzwole killer. I haven't fully tested it against a full power deck. I did against myself. I've only got 2 buzzwoles, so getting them out was a bit difficult. I played myself 3 times and twice this deck won. It's consistent, which we know wins games. I think really well built. I mean, I'd like to apologise in my last video. I got the Victini Victory Star thing wrong, but we'll forget about that. This deck only costs $60 and it really does give buzzwole a run for its money. It's not useful against anything else. If this is sheerly, if your mate's rocking up... Sorry, my camera fell over there. Yeah, this is not a deck that will be useful against anything other, really, than a buzzwole deck in terms of meta decks. This is sheerly being designed, so if one of your mates rocks around and he's got a buzzwole deck and you want to build something quickly that you know is probably going to stand a really good chance and nerf it, this is probably a deck for you. It does require some play beforehand so you get to grips with it, but I will show you exactly how that works now. Oh, and by the way, my Patreon account, guys, you guys are going to get a brand new video that's only for you, which I call Pokey Rant. It's where I rant about stuff I feel that, you know, can only be heard by patrons, because you guys won't judge me because you're there. That's up on Patreon soon. Also forgot, I've got a 1,000 subscriber giveaway that will be drawn when I get to 1,000 subscribers. And if you haven't entered, the link will be below. I couldn't remember the word for link then. Anyway, I'll get on with the deck now. Right, I'll start off with the deck now. You probably guessed from the picture, this is a garb deck, really. Shilly for the Trash Lanch. I only run 3 of these. If you don't know what Trash Lanch is, this attack does 20 damage for each item card in your opponent's discard pile, and that is awesome. They've got their buzzwole out. You're hitting for weakness as well, so that 70 becomes 140. Plus, flip a coin if heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So good. So good. So I run 3 of those. I run 4 of these Trubbish. Normally people run the one from Breakthrough. I run this one because there's not a good chance, but there's a chance that you can discard a item card in that stomp attack at the top. You don't take any damage off anyone, but you get to build up the discard pile for that Trasher Lanch. So I run 4 of those. This is the second hitter that I have, and it's sheerly for the Shadow Claws. Now, it has 2 things that I like here. It has the 110 damage when you're going against buzzwole, weakness to psychic, that becomes 220, and he's only got 190 HP, so you're knocking him straight out right there. That is epic. And you get to discard a random card from your opponent's hand, which again, if it's a item card, you're powering up a Trasher Lanch. Awesome. I run 2 Poi Poles because I don't back this up with anything other than just normal cards. I'm only running it for this knockout attack here. So if this is knocked out, your opponent doesn't get to take a prize card at all. So this leaves me with the ability to leave these on the benches and the Trash Lance on the benches to power them up and try and get those item cards out there. I mean, they could in theory Guzma it, but I've got answers for that as well. And if they item card it to use like an escape rope, awesome, you just powered up my Trash Lanch. Rocario, I've run 2 of these because when you play it from your hand to your bench, you get to search your deck for 2 basic energy cards, which will be psychic energies to power up this, and it goes into your hand, but you know you have them right there. I run the 2 Mr. Mimes to make sure that I can get this, and if one's knocked out I can still have another one for the bench barrier. Prevent all damage done to your Pokemon, and as we know, buzzwole likes to hit everyone, so that's why it's there. Now he can't hit my bench. And I run 2 of these because obviously buzzwole and Like Rock are GXs, they can't damage him, so this is just there for that. Okay, and because it does have a weakness of fighting energy, but because it's GX, doesn't count. That was weird. Anyway, that's it for the Pokemon. Right, so here are my item cards. We've got 3 Ultra Balls. I normally play 4, but because I've got quite a lot of cards in there that I tend to pull anyway. Running 3 was ideal for me. 4 I tend to have too many in my hand. So 3 on this deck. 3 field blowers. This is to get items off my opponents and stadium cards, just to try and fill up that discard pile, really, in all honesty. I run 2 float stones. You can probably guess why. Switching out, you know, that's really important, those 2 float stones. And you might be thinking, why am I playing 2 Mount Lachners or whatever, Lanakilia? I'm kind of hoping on your opponent running field blowers, so they can use the field blowers to get this off into my discard pile. They probably might want to try and switch out their buzzwolves. If they're not running floatstone, they're going to be doing it through energies, and just to attach another energies onto their Pokemon for retreating is good. And again, it kind of forces them to play an escape rope if they have one, or I know if they play the Guzma, it doesn't quite work, but it's another thing that they have to get around, if that makes sense. The chances are they might have to play an item card to get rid of it, so hence that's there. I run 1 weakness policy, and again, they're probably going to want to try and field blower that off, which helps me no end, so that's why that's there. Last 2 item cards are bodybuilding dumbbells, and this is, again, try and force them to use a field blower, and it increases my Garbodor's HP by quite a bit. So that's now at 160 instead of 120. And that's it for the item cards. Right, so here are the item supporters. If ideally you can afford to run a couple of Tapu Lilies in your deck, then this would be amazing. But this is a budget deck, so chances of Bridgeting first round are fairly slim, but second turn are quite good with all your draw power you have in this deck. Anyway, Bridget is important, as you probably guessed, to get Hooper out, the Mr. Mime out, and Giratina out. So yeah, well, out into your bench anyway. So yeah, that's really important. 2 Skylers, again, goes without saying, search for any trainer card you want. Really useful. I run 4 Marses, and I know this isn't particularly meta worthy, but I get to discard a card from my opponent's hand and draw 2 cards. And this is really important for the Garb, Trash and Launch ability, because there's a good chance I might get an item card into that discard pile. 4 Cynthias for the draw power, and 2 Guzmas. And that's it for the supporters. And last but not least, the energies. So I run 7 Psychics, 3 Dark Energies, and 4 DCEs. I hope you like this deck. It's actually really fun to use. I haven't used it on Pokemon Online yet because I don't have some of these cards available to me as of yet. These promos I don't have, so I haven't been able to test it on there. But like I said, against my own half-powered Garbodor deck build, it was really good, and I'm guessing a full power one will suffer quite badly against this as well. And it's sheerly because of weakness, and I love it. If I was going to full power this, I'd definitely run 2 Tapu Lilies, if not 3. Sacrifice a Mr. Mime, a Hooper, and a Giratina. But yeah, like I said, these budget decks are meant to be really cheap answers to certain decks, and I love them. I love them for that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hurtling towards 1,000 subscribers now, and I cannot thank you guys enough. Sign up to my Patreon. It's only $1 a month. You get loads of extra stuff. Just go take a look at that page. If it's not for you, you don't have to sign up. But yeah, there we go. Cheers for watching, guys. And remember, as always, don't freak out. Geek out.